Charlton Athletic Community Trust. Making opportunities a right, not a privilege. At the very end of March last year, our Community Trust came of age with a visit from the Chancellor of the Exchequer, Gordon Brown, to see our pioneering work. His main focus was on our work with young people and those groups most at risk of exclusion.
Yeah, I'd love to. Thanks for what you're doing on the community side. Yeah, it's a big inspiration. Yeah, you're really jumping the club there.
Great to see you. Thanks a lot.
Hello, I'm Steve Waggett, Chief Executive Officer of the Charlton Athletic Community Trust. It has never ever ceased to amaze me the impact this little object has had on individuals and society.
Right across the South East region, you know, we are facing problems after school with vandalism to bus shelters. There are problems in town centres, particularly with young people who have become to some extent disaffected and bored. And what we're trying to do through the Community Trust is to introduce a range of initiatives which tackle these issues, and we're already showing that we can tackle vandalism, we can tackle the issue of drugs. We are stopping the amount of vandalism that occurs to railway tracks. We are seeing the disorder in town centres when it's targeted reduced.
I'm Pauline Cope, I'm the goalkeeper of the Charlton Athletic women's team. Also ex-England goalkeeper with 60 caps to my name. This is the FA Cup that we won in the season 2004 and 2005.
And we've also won the League Cup and the Community Shield.
Well.
The Trust will help us to produce our educational programmes that we operate. The women's and girls football is two pillars really. It's one of them, the core pillar is football, and the other one is educational programmes, and the Trust will help us to roll those out to the wider community. Around about 1998 we started our excellence programme, and ever since then we've been adding age groups and different aspects to it, and we've developed to one of the biggest programmes in the country for women's and girls football. Hopefully the Charlton Athletic Community Trust will help us to roll out our educational programmes in women's and girls football across the borough, Greenwich and Bexley, and also out into Kent. We provide academic qualifications, vocational qualifications and training for not just staff but for the local community. And we're hoping that Trust will enable us to put more coaching staff out there, and a lot of our England internationals, there's 10 of them at the club at the moment, and 3 or 4 of them are working out in the community, and we hope the Trust will give us the ability to get them out there as mentors and role models.
In July 2005, our Board of Trustees presented John Reid with a centenary shirt to commemorate his visit to the Valley when he was Secretary of State for Health.
The work of the Charlton Community Trust extends across a whole range of areas. For example, last year, over 400,000 people were actually engaged by the work of the Trust and benefited from the work of the Trust.
The Trust is generating an innovative and refreshing approach to engaging with young people and families in danger of exclusion in my constituency in Eltham.
Currently the scheme is 15 full-time members of staff, 182 casual coaches. We work in 6 boroughs or district councils, 7 different countries, and last year alone the scheme coached 130,000 children directly. So we've got Spain, South Africa, Finland, New Zealand, America, China, 6. Did I say 7?
Don't worry, we can put that up as a stat. We can work that out.
Right, okay.
Are you sure it's 7?
No, I'm sure it's 6 now.
Paul Barting congratulates Martin Simons and our community scheme staff on their outstanding work in South Africa.
So now we're under the Charlton Athletic Community Trust. The current programme is either responsible for working in Pacific areas or has got officers working on Pacific programmes, so I.e. my disability coordinator and my girls and women's officer. But the programme, the core programme, still is as big now as it was a few years ago. I mean, we had 4,000 children over the summer. The after-schools clubs are at 52 schools a week, the Saturday morning clubs. But the thing that's really taken off in the last 4 or 5 years is our social inclusion programme, where we've drawn down money from the Home Office and the Children's Fund, and I've got 5 officers proactive in those areas, and that's an area that's going to definitely benefit from sitting underneath the trust. As long as there's money, and that's what we need, the programme will get bigger and bigger.